Good morning, good people. It is Tuesday, October 14th, 2025. This is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. This is Tell the Truth Tuesday, and all week I'm telling the truth just about my feelings, like what I'm going through, right? I'm not particularly in the Bible on any scriptures. I'm just giving you a sense of me, just being transparent because this is a rough week. Um, you know, I experienced a lot of loss, and I talked about my mother yesterday, who, um, graduated on to heaven 1 year ago, yesterday. But that week, like, it was so hard. It was so difficult because we knew she had gone into the hospital, and we knew she had always fought going into the hospital. She would say, I'm fine, I'll be all right. Because she always knew that if she ever went into the hospital, she was not coming out. But it was one of those situations where, it was out of our hands. It was like, Mom, you have to go to the hospital. And so, thank God for my niece being there at the time. And my oldest sister took her, and everything was fine, and until it wasn't, and her health took a really sharp downturn, which is when I decided to jump on a plane and go see her and go touch her while she was still warm, to kiss her and tell her for the 100,000th time that I love her and that I appreciated her for pouring into me. It's so funny because, like, that week was also the week we were preparing for Jairee's angelversary. Last year was his third angelversary, so I'm like, I'm dealing with that, and I'm dealing with losing my mom at the same time. And on top of that, like, my mom's sister, we'll talk about her on Friday. My other mom, my older sister, had passed early in that month. Like, October was a whole mess for us. But I think about her so much, and just in my reflection this week, think about how much, like, the more I look at pictures of myself, I'm like, golly, I look like my mama. And there's sparks of my dad in there too. But I also just laugh because some of the things I say come out. There's not a night that I don't have a big giant yawn come out of my soul. And I just tell, even if it's just the cats and the dog in my vicinity, I say, to bed I go. And that was something my mom did. My siblings are going to laugh, and her grandkids are going to laugh when they hear that. To bed I go. I don't know why that woman said that, but that's what she said every night. And that's what I say every night. And it's so funny because when you think about your parents, the people who raised you, whoever that was, how much you either physically resemble them, right? Or you act almost just like them. I look at my girls, and I'm just like, there are moments where I'm like, your daddy is all up in there and through y'all. And that's okay because that's their father. And my mom was my mom. And so who else am I supposed to act like? Who else am I supposed to look like? And when I was thinking about that last night, it hit me like, whoo. For those of us that are in Christ, for those of us that believe that there is a God on the throne that's waiting for that day to sound the alarm, to crack the sky open and to call us home. How much do we look like our Father in heaven? How much do we sound like our Father above? How much do we exhibit His goodness, His grace? How much do we show and shine His light so that when people look at us, when people hear us, when people are around us, they go, That's got to be God's child. I know that face. I know those features. I know that action. That has got to be a child of God. I know you have seen, there's some of y'all that I've seen y'all kids on the internet. I haven't seen y'all in 20, 30 years. As soon as I see that child, I go, dang, that's got to be so-and-so's baby girl. That's got to be somebody junior, because that little baby looked just like the person that I knew growing up. And so the same with you. If you're a child of God, somebody should be able to look at you and go, look at God all up and through her. Look how God is shining and walking with that gentleman right there. Are you exhibiting your Father's light, your Father's love? I hope you are. I hope you are. I love you guys. I know that was a bit much. It was my reflection. I just had to just let that out. But I love you with the love of the Lord. Be blessed. Have a wonderful day on purpose.